Hello out there, and thank you for your time today. I'm excited to present to you our interactive virtual collaboration platform, the Microsoft TeamBoard. The idea for the Microsoft TeamBoard started in the pandemic of 2020, where during the pandemic, our teams were forced to work virtually, and existing collaboration platforms proved to be frustrating and inadequate. There was nothing available that facilitated the brainstorming sessions in the same way that a traditional whiteboard would. So, determined to create a better solution, we conducted research to find out what customers wanted and use that research to design a better solution. Today, we're going to walk you through that process. First in the presentation, I'm going to share research that identified a high potential opportunity, outline some of the customer job priorities, explain how our value proposition addresses these job priorities, detail our business model and value targets analysis, present our demand creation strategy and solution prototype, detail the differential value of our solution, and finally present the business model validation and our ecosystem risk and mitigation. Even before the pandemic started, businesses and educational institutions were moving more and more toward virtual collaboration. Between 2000 and 2010, there was over a 40% increase in virtual workforce in both business and education sectors. The pandemic has sped the growth of the virtual workforce, and many companies are committed to keeping workers virtual even after the pandemic subsides. For example, Facebook is already committed to keeping half their workforce remote within the next 10 years. There's currently 180,000 tenants in 175 countries using Microsoft Teams for education, and closures due to the coronavirus have affected 56 million students in the United States. All these factors we felt helped indicate a high potential opportunity for our digital whiteboard. Once we understood we had a high potential opportunity, we next set out to determine customer job priorities. A survey of 100 participants on the Pick Food platform indicated that 60% of respondents found current virtual meeting platforms ineffective, and 86% of respondents felt that a digital whiteboard would be helpful for their collaborations. What these customers wanted most was the freedom to create content in ways that allowed others to collaborate across multiple platforms. Based on survey responses, we created a value proposition canvas that would help us find ways to solve the functional, emotional, and social problems customers associate with job solutions. The most common pains we discovered were the inability to present impromptu visual content during time constraints, a steep learning curve for existing applications, intricate mouse movement required to draw in an application, and attendees getting distracted and unengaged in virtual meetings. The Microsoft Whiteboard relieves these pains by providing a digital canvas where one can share content while not switching between video and presentation, a platform for meeting attendees to present and visualize ideas instantly, interaction between all meeting attendees, and a simulated whiteboard with a responsive stylus that simulates the feel of traditional whiteboards. The business model for our innovation is a value enhancement of the already existing Microsoft Teams platform, meaning we're going to target existing customers of a platform within the same market. Value enhancement is about exploiting existing products and services by incrementally moving the value proposition up, sustaining a value trajectory. This makes Microsoft TeamBoard a relatively low-risk project because the path forward is well illuminated. Our business model is going to focus on two main customer segments: large companies or educational institutions that employ a remote workforce. These can include employees that are currently working from home due to the pandemic, or companies whose operations span across the globe, such as financial institutions that may have offices in Chicago, New York, Hong Kong. Our customer channels are going to focus on customer satisfaction, product enhancement, customer experience, and product quality. These channels utilize brick and mortar stores like the Microsoft Store, e-commerce retailers like Amazon and Walmart, and through direct sales representative. Direct sales representatives will be an important part because they have established client contacts within our customer segments. The main drivers of cost will be manufacturing and development. Utilizing established resources will keep costs low, a competitive price for the customer, and healthy profit margins. Revenue will primarily be driven by direct sales, with value add-on and additional services providing additional revenue. In regard to value targets, we were able to identify many undershot targets and must-be value targets. Some of the undershot targets include users need to minimize ideas lost to technological constraints, for example, from switching between the whiteboard and the video software. their need to increase the ability to virtually capture ideas produced in brainstorming sessions, or to increase each user's ability to interact with shared files, and finally to increase access to shared files when offline. The causes of some of these undershot targets are that users are unable to lay out and categorize ideas in real time. There's a low availability of virtual collaboration options. There's a non-intuitive design for virtual collaboration platforms, and they all have a low ability to share files. Most importantly, the must-be targets that we identified are the need to minimize the cost to the service of the organization, increase the likelihood that the customer will be a repeat customer of our service provider, and minimize the steps needed to save documents and interact in real time. From the value targets, we identified that our target audience and customer base are not employing a solution that creates the greatest amount of customer value surplus. Within an increased globalized economy, businesses are searching for better ways to connect their workers that span across the globe. Add to this the strains of the COVID-19 global pandemic, and the opportunity is primed for our team's virtual collaboration solution. School closures due to COVID-19 present similar problems, with teachers attempting to facilitate learning virtually. Working within the Microsoft umbrella will allow us to reach our products to an established suite of Microsoft users already complementing it. The digital whiteboard offers a hands-on solution to the common issues of remote collaboration. Currently, over 500,000 organizations worldwide are using the Microsoft Teams platform. With so many organizations currently using the platform that our digital whiteboard uses, our market entry costs will be significantly reduced. While our solution itself will be easy for competitors to imitate, they lack a viable platform that will interface with any similar hardware, creating significant barriers to entry. Several major companies have indicated that they will continue to utilize remote workforces and virtual meeting platforms even after the current pandemic subsides. This will create an expanding market for our solution in both the short term and the long term. We have a hidden resource of our own company employees. They have a strong creative background, and their ingenuity will be leveraged to create a functional and visually pleasing product. Since our products will interact with the Microsoft Teams platform, our engineers and programmers will be able to reduce design time. Many of the same programmers that currently support Teams will be involved in the design process of our whiteboard. There will be an emphasis on efficiency and accuracy in the organization. With our partnership with Microsoft, we'll be able to leverage the borrowed resource of Microsoft's products, leveraging the other Microsoft tools like Teams and Office to increase the capabilities and functionality of our product. Customers will be able to quickly pivot from PowerPoint to virtual whiteboard to share thoughts instantly. Tapping into the existing supply chains and partners will reduce costs and improve efficiency. Going forward, we'll enjoy a cost advantage and a first mover advantage. Utilizing established supply chains and experienced developers will reduce the costs and keep prices low. Our competitors will have a difficult time offering a competing solution at a better value. Although there are many cloud-based collaborative whiteboard software companies competing in the market, we are the first to introduce a physical piece of hardware. The whiteboard we are offering will allow groups across states and countries to interactively draw and design their ideas with the Microsoft Teams application on a physical whiteboard. Through our resource leverage, competing solutions will not be able to match us on price or capabilities. Next, I would like to introduce you to our solution prototype. Based on a traditional whiteboard, the Microsoft TeamBoard features cross-platform collaboration through Microsoft Teams. This platform will allow users to interact all across the globe and provide functionality for the user to be able to collaborate with their teammates or their classmates instantly while simulating the feel of traditional whiteboards. We've included a stylus that is reflective of the original Expo marker, which gives you the organic traditional feel of the whiteboard. We felt it was important, based on feedback from customers surveyed, that we include this form of stylus. We've added new technology with traditional values and have come up with the Microsoft TeamBoard solution prototype. This whiteboard connects to your device, whether it's a laptop, desktop, or handheld device, through Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams and TeamBoard have come together to create an online virtual platform where teammates can express their ideas and designs through our whiteboard. Some of the features of this solution prototype include connecting to your team by utilizing the Microsoft TeamBoard dynamic capabilities that boost creativity and collaboration through the Microsoft Teams platform, hold impromptu meetings, and troubleshoot complex problems on the TeamBoard while keeping the entire team engaged through the online platform. Leveraging the TeamBoard and Microsoft Teams will take your company to the next level. As you can see, there are many different devices connected to a single platform that allows you to collaborate across states, geographic regions, and devices. The differential value of our solution is the ability to interact with teams, save files instantly, and includes a custom stylus to write and present your thoughts and information. Utilize video conference and whiteboards simultaneously within a team setting. These are all very important because they provide the differential value that is going to gain on the competitors and increase value compared to the next best solution. We've discovered that differential value exceeds what the price impact would be and contributes to users willing to pay a higher price for these values. Next, we'll be talking about the business model validation and business risk and mitigation. Every product development has cost structure associated with like fixed and variable costs. Based upon this cost structure, we have come up with value-based pricing for our product, and what we have found is the customer value surplus for our product is much higher than the competition. This means the customer will have low switching costs when adopting our product. Regarding revenue streams, we will be targeting our product to remote workforce and offices such as business institutions and business-to-business channels. Marketing is a very important aspect of any business development. We will be utilizing search engine marketing like Bing.com and Google.com to promote our product. Similarly, marketing to trade shows like Consumer Electronics Shows that happens in Las Vegas every year will be a very good platform for us to promote our product. To validate our business assumptions, we did CBC analytics based on the customer surveys where we provided these 6 attributes to the consumers. What we found is that brand and price are important factors for the consumers. Since Microsoft is a global brand and it has a huge reach across the globe, it would not be difficult for our product to have a global presence. Again, as we saw in the previous slide, the price for our product is very competitive to the competitor's price. So price is also on the favorable side of our product. To further validate our business assumptions, we did demand traction experiment based on customer surveys. What we found is 61% of the customers prefer the Microsoft TeamBoard to the competitor's product. Similarly, the total utility of our product, that Microsoft TeamBoard, is positive. That signifies that customers are satisfied with what we are proposing in our product. Every business has business risk associated with it. In this business ecosystem, we have identified supplier raw materials and equipment manufacturer as well as competitors as potential business risks. To mitigate the manufacturing risk, we will continuously monitor the manufacturing process using proactive and predictive data analytics, and will tackle the issues before they even happen. To mitigate supply chain disruption issues, we will diversify our suppliers. Similarly, to mitigate the potential competition and risk, we will continue to innovate and develop our product and satisfy our customers. Finally, as you can see from the demand pricing perspective, as well as the customer switch dynamic perspective, Microsoft TeamBoard is an excellent product that will help drive revenue for Microsoft. So let's go ahead and build, and let's connect the world. Thank you very much, and we look forward to your feedback.